Our colleague Pheladi Sethusa is joining us now live from Nersa's first round of public hearings in Cape Town. Pheladi, a very good morning to you. Well, these hearings are starting in Cape Town against a backdrop of advocacy groups and some civil society organizations opposed to any kind of a tariff increase by Eskom.
Definitely. So, Bradan, those civil society groups are saying to us that this is a way for Eskom to recoup monies that they've lost in the past and actually pay for that 700 billion rand debt that you mentioned just now. So if this increase did go forward in the way Eskom has applied, they would be pulling in just over 200 million rand a year in revenue from those increases. But we know that these public hearings are about canvassing views and quite widely across the country to hear what people's arguments are with that application that Eskom have made. We know that in the past, Nersa has sometimes not granted Eskom the increases that they have applied for. So we know that they are actually going into this with an open mind and are willing to hear counter arguments quite clearly.
Do you know who's been making submissions today?
Sure. So Eskom is getting the first bite today. They're making the first presentation. Then we have some people from the mining and energy sector, and then we'll have the likes of Outer, the likes of Agri-SA making their presentations on why they don't think such a tariff increase is necessary. Another thing that these civil society groups have said to us is that, you know, South Africans are already quite stretched as is, and they actually couldn't deal with another increase. But we'll hear what Eskom has to say for themselves this morning when they begin at 9 o'clock, and then as the day progresses, hear from those civil society groups and what their arguments are and what possible other solutions or alternatives they may have.
Okay, but we'll have to await for the start of those hearings today. It's going to be very interesting what the arguments Eskom was really going to put forward. 15% a year for the next 3 years, adding up to 45% in 3 years. Who's going to be able to afford that? And also remember, Eskom is owed money, billions, by municipalities.
Yes.
That's another part where they could go and get their
We'll have to
money
take
from.
on another job.
But we'll watch out for those.
We all need at least 3 jobs.
Yeah, we'll watch out for those hearings of Nersa in Cape Town.